Hello and welcome for the love of food. So here we are all stuck inside with the pandemic that's going on, and we're all cooking, right? And what's exciting about this time is it's giving us a little time to be kind of inward and express some of our artistic capabilities and to experiment and play with food, and you know that's what I like to do. So we're all buying supplies, right? We're stocking up as need be because we don't want to make multiple trips to the supermarket. And in doing so, what's happening is we're all ending up with a little bit of waste. Things like the stale end of this amazing bread. It's no longer really good for sandwiches. I might be able to make toast out of it, or French toast, or I could freeze it and make French toast another time. But I was thinking about it and I was like, why don't I turn that into some homemade croutons and make a wonderful salad tonight? And the ways that I could make these croutons could vary. I could certainly put them in a cast iron fry pan, and we're gonna try that, see how that comes out. We could also just bake them in the oven with either a silk pad or some parchment paper. Just line that pan. We could do them in the trusty air fryer, which is my latest favorite new gadget. So we could put them in here and we can air fry them. And the one thing that I do know is that we're gonna flavor them all the same. So to make croutons out of bread, stale bread, you're going to need some olive oil and some butter. So I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to do about equal parts olive oil and butter. And we want them to have flavor. So we're going to add in some Italian seasoning and some garlic powder, as well as some pink sea salt. So we'll mix that up and we'll brush that onto our croutons, and we're going to try them each of these ways. I'm playing with food today. I'm gonna have fun and let you know which way I think comes out the best. How about you? Do you already have a solution that you like that's better than any of the ones I've tried? If so, share it. We're always happy to take your recipes, your ideas. This is a time where we should be all coming together and sharing information that helps us save on our budgets, that helps us not waste food, and saves us a trip to the supermarket where we could be exposed. So anything we can be doing in the home right now is better than things that we could be doing outside of the home. So we'll be back in just a few minutes to kind of show you what's happening as we go through these 3 different methods of making simple croutons. Let's first start by melting our 2 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to pop them right here into our microwave. And let's set our microwave on to 20 seconds to start, and then we'll see how those end up. As you can see here, I'm halfway melted, so I'm going to put them on for just about another 10 seconds. That was perfect. The next thing we need to do is add in our olive oil. So we're going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Next, we need to add in our spices, right? We talked about adding in salt. We're going to use pink Himalayan sea salt. And we put in about 4 or 5 turns of sea salt. I would say that's probably equal to about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. And now let's add in a little bit of garlic powder. And then we're going to put in some Italian seasoning as well. Here's our Italian seasoning. The Italian seasoning we've added is probably about, I would say, 3 teaspoons full. Now we're going to go ahead and put it into our bread that we've cut up, right? So we're just going to go ahead and pour this all over the bread. And we're going to mix it up really well. So here we've mixed our breadcrumbs up. And if you think it needs
any more and you don't want to melt a little more butter, you could always add just a smidge more of olive oil. And I think I'm going to do that because I want these to coat and be coated really well. Especially for the ones that we're going to pan fry. I'm not so much worried about the air fry ones. The air fry ones will be just fine. But for these that we're going to drop in the cast iron, we want to make sure that I've got a good coating of olive oil on each of these and the olive oil and butter mixture. Same holds true for seasoning. If you're somebody who likes more seasoning, you can see the seasoning that's on these. But if you like a little more, feel free to add a little bit more in. And as a matter of fact, I may do just that with a little more Italian seasoning. Okay, that's more like it. That's how we like to season our croutons. I'm going to go ahead and start my pan. We're going to start with the pan fry cast iron method first. I'm going to put it on a medium to medium high heat. We're going to let this pan get warm, and then we'll be able to put some of our breadcrumbs in here so that we can understand how these come out. While we're waiting for that to all happen, I'm going to preheat my oven and put my oven 375 degrees and start that process so we can put the baked croutons into the oven. Next up, let's go ahead and drop these into our air fryer and try the air fried ones so that we're going to be able to compare those to the ones that we did in the fry pan. So I already have my air fryer plugged in. You put our air fryer onto the air fry mode, and it automatically went to 390 for 7 minutes. So let's go ahead and try that, and then what we're going to do is move them around at about 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, so that we can make sure that we're not overcooking them. Our oven has just come up to temp at 375, so let's go ahead and drop these right into the oven for about 10 minutes, and we'll check. Okay, so here we have it. We have our pan-fried croutons that were pan-fried over medium heat for about 5 minutes, constantly moving them in the pan. We have our air-fried croutons, which were air-fried at 390 degrees for 7 minutes, turning them halfway through. We have our oven-baked croutons, which were baked at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes, moving them around halfway through. What we're going to do is we're going to be serving these over a lovely Caesar salad. They're going to be delicious. But before we do that, let's have some fun. Let's invite a taste tester in without letting them know which is which. We'll go ahead and turn these over, and then they can tell us which one they prefer the taste of. Let's see if there's any difference. And don't take my word for it. So we'll be back with that in just a minute. Everybody, this is Rob. Rob, say hi.
Hello.
Rob, you're going to be our taste tester today. Okay. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be tasting one crouton from each of these bowls, and you're going to taste them one at a time. And then when you're done, because we're going to put them on this great Caesar salad, but when we're done, I want you to tell us which one you preferred.
Okay.
So go ahead, they're all flavored the same.
Mm-hmm.
They were just prepared differently.
Okay, that was good too.
No?
A little lighter than I was expecting for a crouton. That one had a little more crunch to it.
This one has a little more crunch to it? Okay. So if you were going to have one of these on your salad, which one would you prefer I put on your salad?
All are fine. I think I like this one. Does it have more butter?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That was your favorite?
Yep.
So go ahead and turn it over. Let's see which one it was.
Okay. I don't know which one it was.
Oven-baked croutons. You preferred the baked over the air-fried and over the pan-fried. So go back and tell us again. Are you sure? Because I think that's great, but it's interesting to know. I'm not trying to sway you. I want to know which one you liked the best. Oven-baked croutons wins. All right, so that was an interesting little experiment. Thanks for playing, Rob. Sure. We appreciate your help. Thanks for watching For the Love of Food.